Nathan Cox. Hey, let's take the first 10 minutes and do a really long intro just talking about what we did this week. Oh, you don't want to do that? Okay, well, let's just get on to the project then. Alright, so I've got a towel bar over here. Okay, and who doesn't have one of these that's loose on one side? Maybe completely hanging down. Now, this fix here, which we're going to attempt to do today, hopefully will fix most everyone's problem with these, okay? But there's going to be a point where it's just ripped out of the wall and we can't do anything. So let's get started. First, you got to take this bracket off. All right, some use a little bitty straight screwdriver. A lot of them these days use a little Allen wrench. So find what you need, loosen up the screw down here. There are even a couple that don't even have a screw. They have like a some kind of like click thing where you actually just snap it off. But try to figure that out before you destroy the wall. All right, now these all look a little bit different. A lot of these, or more of these, are actually like a flat plate that just kind of like bevel up on either end. This one here has like this, center rod, which isn't bad. It's actually going to make my fix a little bit harder, but I think it'll still work just fine. So we're going to take it down. Okay, I can see that the anchor's already been upgraded. I generally hate the hardware that comes with towel bars and, well, actually just about everything. All right, so these are these ones that are, well, you'll see here in a second. The big, looks like a big screw. Okay, and that's a good anchor, all right? So it means this got tugged on and it's damaged this drywall. So rather than like patching the drywall and moving this thing and making all new holes, we're gonna try to cheat a little bit and hopefully get away with it. Okay, so now this anchor, just really quick, I think is like rated at around 60 pounds, okay? And obviously it screws into the drywall, and if it has a lot of like action on it, being pulled and stuff like that, it will eventually kind of crack loose, okay? And that's probably what happened being here closest to the shower. So we needed something that's going to hold from the back side. So this is called a Toggler. That's the brand, all right? I don't remember exactly the type of it. I'll have Amazon links in the description down below, and we are Amazon affiliates, so it does support us when you use our link, so please click away. But this thing here is going to go into the wall, okay, and then it'll flatten out and then tighten up. And there are some of these only have one of these, it's like a single side, and it has kind of like a little locking clip thing here, and I've used those, and they're not bad, but I found that they have a higher failure rate than this brand right here with the double sides, okay. All right, now this is a crazy little trick I saw on some little quick video and thought, well, that's probably not really gonna work, but it kind of does. And yes, this is actually just Post-it notes. And we're gonna try to catch that dust when we do the drill, okay? All right, so the downside to these things here is they require a 1/2-inch drill bit. So it's big. So be sure you know where you're putting this before you put it, okay? But these hold like 260 pounds, okay? So that's the difference. And since they're holding flat from the backside, they can take movement a lot better than the ones that just plug in, okay? So we're gonna drill this out. All right, you can see this trick actually works okay, unless you screw up when you take it off and just spill everything. All right, let me take a quick step back, okay? Now this one here has a center post, all right? Now I said that most of them will be like a flat piece of metal that's beveled on both ends, and a lot of times has the main 2 screw holes and then a center hole, okay? So if you have one of those and the anchors are both ripped out pretty bad, I would actually suggest hit it from the center hole instead of one of these screw holes and just use one of these anchors. It will be sufficient, okay? But this one here doesn't give us that choice. We're gonna have to go back through one of these. And then depending if your sheetrock is cracked, my sheetrock is cracked pretty much equal all the way around, so it doesn't really matter. But if it's cracked up and down, then I would insert this so it was left and right, so this is holding on a stronger point of view, if that makes sense. All right, so now we're just gonna straighten it out, shove it in the hole. Okay, just shove it in far enough so we know we're past the sheetrock. We're gonna take the 2 plastic things and kind of, all right, even them out so that when we even them out, it'll straighten out that thing like a T, pull it against the wall, okay? And then we're gonna take this little clip here, slide it in place, which is gonna lock it in there so it doesn't fall down on the wall. That's another nice thing about this. These typically stay in place pretty good. And now we're just gonna snap it off. Okay, awesome. Okay, so here's our screw that come with that. That's a long screw, I know. Barely fits in the hole, but it does. Okay, so now we're going to reassemble the towel rod and see how good of a job we did. Okay, it's not perfectly tight against the wall there, but it's definitely more stable, and I know it's going to hold the weight now. So, I mean, it still has a little bit of movement, but I'm feeling really good that it's not going to rip off the wall. Well, thanks for joining us for this video, and I hope this really helps your bathroom project, because I know a lot of us have these towel bars that are falling off the wall, and hopefully you can fix it without having to do drywall patches and moving everything and repainting. So hopefully this quick fix will hold and keep you going. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel, click that bell for notifications, because we're always putting out new content. Check out our website with hundreds more videos and resources organized really well, and there's another video for you guys to enjoy. Thanks again.